So as you may or may not know, earlier this year I bought a mobile home and I've been slowly decorating it, but for this video I really want to zero in on the bedroom because I really want and need for it to be a space that I feel like comfortable in and that I actually want to hang out in, because right now all I'm doing in here is sleeping, maybe sometimes sewing. Also, for some reason it just still feels scary in this room in particular. And my hypnopompic hallucinations have been getting like really bad. I'll sometimes have them like every other night because I just feel scared in here. So I feel like if I decorate it really nicely, get all of my stuff in here, then that will chase away whatever it is that's haunting this room. First step is I want to change up the vibe of the bed. Kind of want to explore making it look like those pictures of like those abandoned houses that for whatever reason the bed is still set up, like the little girl's bedroom, and also a mixture of the cute dollhouse bed. So I pulled out this bed skirt I've had for a while. I was gonna turn it into a human skirt, but I'm just probably not gonna ever do that. I also got these pillow shams that match it perfectly, and thrifted some cute sheets. And I just turned the comforter over because it's dark green on one side and light green on the other side. And I also thrifted this beautiful knitted blanket. I've also been brainstorming this blank wall by the side of the bed. So I have these items that I would like to hang up there. I also bought this cute frame that I have a drawing I've been kind of workshopping for a bit that I'm gonna actually draw and put in here. Alright, here's the sketch. I'm a little afraid to start on it and ruin it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So disgusting. Second thing I worked on was I was planning on building a shelf for the rest of my like little items that were more like nature themed and like the rest of my books, but I realized that that would be incredibly expensive because I wanted them to match this with like the spindles, but spindles cost so much money. And I kind of felt like it maybe would be risky for me to build a shelf considering I've never built a shelf before. And like, what if it collapsed and it broke all of my shit? So I turned to the tried and true Facebook Marketplace and I found this amazing, perfect dream shelf. I didn't really film the process of getting it in here because it was a doozy, but I set it up over here first because that's where I had planned for it to go, but it looked a little bit cramped and Robbie was worried about the weight distribution in the room because it's already a little bit crooked in here. So we moved it to the foot of the bed and it looked perfect. Bringing in these boxes felt so good to me. I hated having everything stored away in the shed where I couldn't look at it all the time. I wanted to go for a cabinet of curiosities slash like an ecologist collection type of vibe for the shelf, as well as display my favorite books from throughout my life. I think this turned out so perfect and cute. I did add a few extra little things since filming the reveal. I didn't want to film the reveal again because it's really hard to get good lighting in here and it was just, nothing was turning out quite as good. But I also found some really beautiful trays and I reorganized my rock and shell collection. By the way, this collection was made when I was living in the van before I fully understood that you shouldn't take rocks or shells from the environment. I haven't done it since, but I have a bit of an emotional connection to these ones, and so I'm not going to return them until I'm old. Now why are you stuck over there? This is heavy, holy shit. Okay. That was a pain in my ass. I cannot believe how much that changed the vibe of the room. That looks awesome. Right after setting up the shelf, we had to go on a road trip to Colorado because I got to be a bridesmaid at my best friend's wedding. And to make that long drive more fun for me, I brought my old camera. And I'm just gonna show you a little slideshow of the pictures I took. We also went back to our hometown for the 4th of July right after getting back from the road trip, and that was really, really nice and fun.
Like all their flowers back here. Oh yeah. It's just like down the path. Right. Oh! That's America.
Sitting on the van, watching them go bold.
The last thing I want to work on for this video is I really would like to have a topper for my desk because I just don't have space to do stuff because all of my crap is on the desk. But it's really hard for whatever reason to just find a cute desk topper. So I figured I could use my old idea for the spindle bookshelf, but use it to make a desk topper because probably finding 4 cheap spindles would be easier than finding like 16 or 20. So first I went to this like secondhand appliance store, hoping that I could find like some banister or some staircase spindles. I had no luck there, so I went to an antique mall I've never been to before to see if maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find just something that would work.
Like the water under the bridge, sweetheart.
I found a few things that had potential, but they were all just kind of too small, too expensive, and not exactly what I was looking for. Oh, Mama. Robin? So here's what we are working with. I have to do a voiceover here because trailer park living, you know? So I'm using these instead of spindles because I had them already, and I think if I paint them, I can make them look cute. I also have this shelf that used to be in my van. I was hoping I could just take the top off, but the whole thing is very well made by my grandpa, and it's like glued and nailed together, and I have no idea how to safely take it apart. So I'm taking off these cabinet doors instead. I removed all the hardware and now we have 2 perfect pieces of wood to use. Now I just have to figure out how to get this spindle rail off. I have no idea what screws were used in this, but I tried every single attachment to my screwdriver and I could not get them out. So I thought maybe I'll just rip off the tops and then reassemble them together, which was way more complicated than I thought, and I had to get the saw out. This is what I ended up with for the top of the shelf, which is not 100% exactly what I wanted, but I ran out of material and I'm not gonna buy more. So, yeah. last step is to paint the poles a pretty green, which turned out to be quite hard for me to achieve. I had to keep adding colors to try and get the right shade. Kind of looks the same, but maybe it's not. In the end, I added some fun yellow streaking to it to make it feel more like a nature painting-y, mossy vibe, and I love how it turned out. Well, alrighty, the room's finished. I'm very happy with it. It probably does come across a bit of a hodgepodge of different styles, maybe not completely cohesive altogether, but I like it. And since the room has been set up, I haven't had a horrible nightmare, hypnopompic hallucination situation. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.